All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Rodney Smith at WTOC for DNews Now. This is where we give you local, regional, and national stories that we're paying attention to right now, just to keep you in the loop of everything. Thank you so much for giving us just a few minutes of your day to get updates. Now, we are on several platforms right now. Our website, WTOC.com, the WTOC apps, Amazon Fire, Roku, Twitter, Facebook, so many different platforms. And hello to those of you who are on Facebook weighing in, giving me the emojis. I see you so much. We've got Jean Mason watching all the way from Myrtle Beach. Certainly appreciate you there. All right, let's see. Here we go. So we're going to start with the Savannah-Chatham County school system because they want to increase the taxes you pay in order to fund its next fiscal year. So they're meeting right now, and the school board will vote anytime now. And now keep in mind, it's just a first vote on a proposed budget for next year, but it does include a 2.25 millage rate increase on your property taxes. That's up from the 1.2 millage rate increase that they proposed just last week. So today's vote that they're expected to take any moment now is just a tentative adoption, but once the rate is set, it cannot be raised higher for the board's final budget approval, which is on June 20th. However, it can be lowered. So just keep that in mind. Also, a big portion of this money will pay for teacher retirement and benefit rate increases. And of course, some of it will cover Savannah's new fire fee. So if you live in Chatham County, you will have a higher millage rate. And if you live in Savannah, you'll have a higher rate and the new fire fee.
We had to make an adjustment because of the slow pace of tax revenues coming in the current year, and to hopefully build up our fund balance next year so we have an adequate fund balance moving forward.
WTOC's Amanda LeBreau is in that school board meeting right now, and we'll have details live on its decision. She'll also let us know. Marguerite Fisher weighing in on Facebook saying, like the rest of us, they need to set a budget and work within their means. I hear you, and we will certainly let you know what happens as soon as we learn that decision. Well, it's been more than a month since that deadly plane crash killed 9 airmen from Puerto Rico, and we're all used to the road closures and detours by now. WTOC's Wright Gasaway has an update to changes coming soon to 21.
It's hard to believe it's been 5 weeks since that military C-130 plane crashed onto Highway 21. Last week we told you the road should reopen soon, and this week we are told it will be very soon. We're still waiting on a specific date, but today I talked to Port Wentworth Police about what drivers should keep in mind ahead of this reopening. They're urging drivers to be cautious. I know a lot of people will want to take pictures and video as they drive through that area, but police say it's important to note it's all been cleaned up. There's nothing to see, so keep your phones down, drive safely in that area. Crews will still be out there despite that reopening, which we're told could be within a week. Once again, we'll try to get a firm date and give that to you as soon as we get it. But the big news tonight is to be cautious and drive safely in that area. I'll have more from police coming up tonight on The News at 5 and The News at 6.
An update to a story we covered for you this morning on Daybreak. A man died after Savannah police say he was hit by a car last night around 11 on Abercorn Street. All southbound lanes of Abercorn were closed between Deerfield and Idlewood so that police can investigate. Police say the preliminary investigation found 32-year-old Aaron Green was crossing Abercorn when he was hit by a Dodge Avenger driving westbound. Green, by the way, was not using a crosswalk. He was taken to Memorial where he died. An investigation continues right now. The city of Richmond Hill is banding together for family, friends, and school classmates of the Richmond Hill student who died suddenly. This is 14-year-old Olivia Cox. She was diagnosed with cancer on Monday and died just a few hours later. Cox was a student at Richmond Hill Middle School, and she had just graduated from the 8th grade. She was diagnosed Monday with anaplastic large cell lymphoma. The community has understandably stepped up and is rallying behind the Cox family. The family of Olivia releasing details about her funeral arrangements. A visitation will be this Friday, June 8th, from 5 to 8 p.m. at Carter's Funeral Home in Richmond Hill. A celebration of life service will be Saturday, June 9th at 3 p.m. at Compassion Christian Church. And Olivia will be buried at Daniel Baptist Cemetery. For those of you wanting to send flowers, in lieu of flowers, the family is asking that all donations be made to the Richmond Hill Middle School Wildcat Winds Band Booster Club. So keep that in mind. A lot of you sending your thoughts, your prayers, your wishes. A lot of people on Facebook as well weighing in about this. Certainly a very sad situation that such a young lady lost her life just hours after receiving her cancer diagnosis. Again, for those of you also asking about the students at Richmond Hill Middle School who were her classmates, they are offering counseling services for any student that might need so. So good news that they are taking care of the students who are certainly deeply affected by the loss of their classmate. All right, taking a look at the sky cam now, because I know weather is always a big talker. Don't you wish you were out there? Ooh, I know I do. This is a live look at Hilton Head. Lots of people on the beach, in the water, enjoying it. And the good news is if you need to get your car washed, you should do it now because we're actually not expecting rain for a couple of days. I have the WTOC weather app pulled up on my iPad, so you can take a look at it right now. Temperatures are in our area this afternoon ranging from 82 all the way to 90 in Hinesville. Of course, we'll have more details at 3 o'clock in the weather update. But as you can see, the radar is pretty clear right now, which is nice. And the temperature, high 80s, low 90s. And you know what? It's going to continue to be kind of humid, but a light wind. So that's kind of like the most beautiful combination when it's nice weather plus a light wind so you don't die outside. But I do have to say, drink some water, please. A lot of people get dehydrated, especially if you're not from this area. A lot of people, especially visitors, walking around going like this because they're about to die. It's because probably you're not hydrating. You have to drink more water than you think is necessary. Y'all might think that's silly, but it's an actual very serious problem. All right, people. Shelly Chaplin saying, so hot and beautiful out. I'm with you, Shelly. I like this time of year. Keep in mind, it's technically not summer yet, so it's going to get hotter. All right, guys, we have much more coming up at 3 o'clock. I'm going to go work on that digital update for you now where we have more on weather, including a breakdown from one of our meteorologists. So I will see you then. Until then, if you just need the news, you can always connect with us online at WTOC.com, as well as our social media pages. I'll see you later.